Sue was driving. I was sleeping. I woke up in this strange town. Where in the world are we? Did you really think that I could drive around Pendleton, Oregon, home of the Pendleton Shopping Outlet? Fellow Toastmaster. So, I immediately had to recalculate my carefully planned itinerary. Where were we going to come up with the extra hours and the extra money? Fellow Toastmasters, such is life with a pathological shopper. Now, this is a condition I've noticed affects mainly women, but men are not immune. That's why we have Home Depot, Lowe's, and Cabela's. But for every Bass Pro Shop, there's at least a dozen Chico's, Macy's, and Nordy's. The retailers know where the money lies and the willingness to part with it. And my wife is patient zero. She's the reason credit cards have limits. Now, normally, she's quite frugal. No, we're not getting a 60-inch HD surround sound TV. But when she walks into a mall, all restraint disappears. I like to joke that every time the credit card takes a hit, I can feel it right here. But even if I can't, I can still follow her progress through the mall when the credit card statement comes in. First stop, Starbucks. What in the world is a double pump caramel macchiato anyway? It doesn't matter. This is a fuel stop. It takes a lot of caffeine and a lot of sugar to sustain a trip to the mall. Second stop, Macy's. They have these great big shopping bags with handles. You can stuff all your purchases in. You don't have to waste valuable shopping time going back and forth to the car. Next stop, fill in the blank. It can be anywhere, as long as they have something on sale. It's very important when you get home to be able to say, yes, but it was on sale. What's this? A side trip to the ATM. You see, some shopping is more efficient with cash. I can follow it all on the credit card statement, just like a forensic accountant. I can even tell when she leaves the mall because of the parking validation. Okay, these following two stories are absolutely true, I swear. No exaggeration. When our kids were in high school, we had a Norwegian exchange student. A couple of years ago, she came back to see us. She brought her husband and her two daughters. This is what they did. They went to New York. They did all the tourist stuff there. They flew to Seattle. My daughter picked them up, took them down to see the flying fish, the Space Needle, all that. Then they all went to Los Angeles, Disneyland, Hollywood. They then went to Hawaii, Waikiki Beach, Luau. They saw Ben Stiller on the beach. Then they came back to Washington. And I took Mom and Dad to Mount St. Helens, and Sue took the girls shopping. Now you know where this is going, don't you? What do you think their favorite activity of all the things they did in America? Of course, it was shopping with Sue. And she loved it as much as they did. She knew I couldn't get a hold of their credit card statements. Norwegian girls are built like models. And everything they tried on fit. And they bought everything. Things are so expensive in Norway, they brought empty suitcases and filled them up with clothes and shoes and more shoes. And Sue was only too happy to help them. Now, this next story, we were in upstate New York. It was Christmas time. She was going with her friend Sally down to Gloversville, shopping at the leather outlets. Gloversville, like the name implies, is the leather equivalent to Pendleton. I was just sitting down to watch the Broncos. I get a call. Jim, they've impounded the car. What? It seems that, it seems that somebody neglected to renew the license tabs 2 years in a row. And there's no insurance card in the car. Notice how suddenly I'm on defense. Okay, I'll be right down and get you. Where will you be? Now this is the best part. She said, well, since they impounded the car, we asked the policeman if he'd drop us at the shopping outlet. And he did. And you should have seen the other shoppers when we arrived with a police escort. And do you know that the back seat of police cars don't have handles? Fellow Toastmasters, this is what it's like living with a pathological shopper. But I finally get to go to Lowe's. We need more closet space. Mr. Toastmaster.